What's up, everybody? Kimberly Olson here, also known as the Gold Digger Girl, coming in live with a special guest, the one and only Rhonda Madrid of Rhonda Madrid Designs. Thank you for being on, Rhonda.
Oh, hello, Kimberly. Thank you so much. I'm so excited.
I'm so excited. So I'm going to welcome people on, and then we can start picking your brain and talking about your business, your journey, all that good stuff. And I'll have you introduce yourself, obviously, because a lot of people, I always talk about you, but then I forget that there's new people. So if you guys are just hopping on, go ahead and put 1 in the comments if you're watching this live. Put 2 if you're watching the replay. And if you're new and you've never seen Rhonda before, put I'm new to Rhonda in the comments. So that way she can personally connect with you on the backside, obviously, and say hello. Now, if you share this out, this would be great to share with anybody who you know, if you're in an entrepreneurial group, even if you're in direct sales, if you have on your personal page, if you have a lot of girl bosses, boss babes, people who follow you, who are friends with you, and you guys are all just trying to be on this entrepreneurial journey together and you want to inspire others, it helps to hear this kind of stuff, because if you can hear that others have done it, it starts to strengthen your belief that you can. Because I don't know about you, Rhonda, I was in this holding pattern for almost a year, afraid to make that leap. So we'll talk a little bit about that too. But share it out, guys, and share it in the comments. So Rhonda, why don't we start so everybody can get to know you?
Sure. Sure. So I worked in corporate America for at least 18 years, and I started actually as a hobby, creating jewelry just as a creative outlet for so I started that as a hobby and quickly turned into a business because I had all this jewelry and so many days to wear it, and I needed more money to fund my hobby, right? So it just kind of took off, and Facebook actually is my main source of sales, and that's just basically how it got started.
That is so amazing. Okay, so what were you doing? Because I read your bio. If you guys didn't read her bio, it's really good. But I read your bio and it was talking about how long you've been in corporate America. So what were you doing before? Were you teaching?
So I was at 2 universities.
Okay.
So I was a financial and academic advisor. I was in a management role before, things like that. So kind of done a little bit of everything, 18 years, a lot of different things. So it was definitely a learning experience. And I learned a lot from, being in my corporate job. So I don't regret that at all. It definitely gave me a lot of experience that I'm implementing into my business today.
I believe that too, because when you're in it, you're just like I would call Scott, I'd go outside in the car and I'm like, I literally want to just walk out of here today. You just have days like that. And
Oh, yeah.
oh, you have a plan and you're gonna be able to walk out of there on your terms. Like, don't walk out because you had a bad day. And I was like, oh, he's the voice of reason. But I'm so glad I did, because when I look back to what I've been able to pull off in such a short time, it literally is the collection of all the things I've learned in the different jobs I've had. Do you feel like?
Absolutely, absolutely. I've done direct sales. I've done, I've had different small businesses. With the corporate America, all of my husband's eye rolling of all my different,
Yes, your ideas.
things that I've, tried to do. I told him, I'm like, there was a reason why I did all those things. It was to help me be where I'm at today. All those things have given me experience to lead me to this place in my life where I'm supposed to be. So
That's
definitely.
amazing. It's a good way to look at it. So I know, like, because I've gotten to know you over the last year and a half, and I know that you mentally went through a transition of like flying, just going for it. I knew there was a goal for you. And I think this is so smart. One of the things I really love about how you did it is, I think sometimes when people, they don't want to go back to their job, like they're staying at home with the kids and they don't want to go back, or they're at a job and they want to quit, is there's not that smart plan financially to do it. And then there's the stress of like, oh my gosh, like, could you imagine if you had to sell the jewelry? Like, that would just be so stressful. So can you share with them a little bit of like how you built up your jewelry business, Rhonda Madrid Designs, to the point where you could like, okay, cool, I can do this now and I can walk away from that. What did you do with that? Like, in your mind did you get to the point where you're like, okay, I'm in?
Yeah, so it was definitely, I absolutely needed my husband's support. So bless him for supporting me. And it was definitely a leap of faith. It honestly, it wasn't really a pretty picture. If you sit down with the numbers, it was, okay, if we're going to do this, we're going to do this. Knowing what I could do just part-time along with my full-time job, if I could do it full-time, I knew that I'd be able to double what I was making and be able to make it.
Yep, that's exactly what I did. And I did 3 months of that. And like you said, it wasn't pretty. Like we had to like look and be like, okay, what could we, like for me, I was like, I can let go of that. Like I'm okay not buying any shoes or clothes for a year if that means I can walk away from my corporate job.
Right.
And then once you get that momentum, then you can go back to spending money on things and being like a normal person again. But you have to make some sacrifices, don't you think?
Yeah. I remember the first week that I was not, that I had after I'd quit, and I was like, we can't spend any money.
No organic produce.
We're not going anywhere. We can't do anything because, I didn't know how it was going to be, and then after, some weeks, some months went by, it was, oh, okay, it's not so bad. It's not like we're living off ramen. It's, it worked out and we've been so blessed.
That's amazing. Yeah, it is a leap of faith though. It is. And I think sometimes the mind game of like, we are two women who were always had a paycheck, always had a salary, had that money. And it's sometimes I'll think about like, what if something happened in 6 months? Like I can't guarantee there's going to be money in 6 months, but it really is. And Christy and Dilly and I were just talking about this in the Gold Diggers of Network Marketing. You really are betting on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You are saying, I believe that I'll figure it out. I believe that I am going to make this happen. And it's hustle, but it's also heart. It's also, energetically attracting the things that you want and having that positive mindset.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. I got the chills because it is all about believing in yourself. I believe wholeheartedly that I was going to make it work. I don't have a business degree. I don't know. I'll be the first one to tell you, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm learning along the way. I have mentors. I have resources. So, if you want to get started and do something, either a business or in direct sales or what have you, you don't have to know everything. And people wait. People will wait and not start it because they don't have a website or they don't have business cards or they don't know everything. You're never going to know everything. Mm-hmm. So you just have to take that leap of faith and believe in yourself that you will find a way and just have that determination that, okay, there's going to be obstacles. There's going to be things that are going to, be challenging, but I'm going to find someone to help me. And I have found that we're just a group, a tribe of people to help me and be, have a small team of people just going out there and believing in my dream and, supporting me and just helping me along the way.
It's easy to do because guys, come on. I wanted to show you guys, I'll just squirrel right now and distract us while we're chatting. I'm just throwing this out there. Like,
that's so cute.
I mean, these are all real. Like she mailed these came in the mail. It's so funny. Addison and Elise want to have their ears pierced so they can grow up and wear Rhonda Madrid earrings. It's hilarious because Addison's got those little starter studs, seriously.
So cute.
I know they're all so cute. So with that being said, one of the things that I heard that I really liked that Bethany Frankel said, I was at the 10X conference with Grant Cardone, and she was saying about how you have to build the rocket ship while you're flying.
Yeah.
And, it's so funny. I think back, my launch was so ghetto when I launched the Gold Digger Girl that I had a website that literally had nothing on it. You know how it comes with, if you guys have had a website, and then the last one I want to show you guys, these are kind of like this will actually go really great with my branding and my colors. But I had a website that it comes with the default WordPress is like in Latin and it's just filler words. I had like the about section was about some Latin. Like I don't speak Latin. My brother said, "Oh, wow, your new business. Is it the Goat Digger Girl?" Like, I don't, what is this? Because the font was from WordSwag. That was my logo. Mm-hmm. And you know what? I made a lot of money really fast right away because I just kept going and I just kept producing and focusing on action and getting results. And I didn't get hung up on I'm not ready. Is this perfect? Because, I grew up with that. Like, you got to be perfect. And I let it all go. And I just jumped in, kind of like what I feel like you did, where you just went for it, sometimes we're all playing it safe too much, and you just sort of have that active faith for yourself. So when you think about being able to cultivate that strong mindset that you have, because you do, I mean, you really do have a strong mindset. You're a work in progress, just like I am. But are there any things that you have done? Like, did you get coaching? Did you immerse yourself in books? Do you do mindset work every day? Like, what do you do to cultivate that kind of mindset?
Yeah, I've invested a lot of time and money because it's worth it. I've taken so many of your different courses that I absolutely love, all the workshops. I've had a business coach and just, a lot of mentors that probably don't even know that I exist. I just absorb myself in as much as possible, the knowledge and what I can learn, and just reading books. And I had listened to You Are a Badass at Making Money. Mm-hmm. So I listened to that every day going to work for like a year and a half, 2 years. And that is what inspired me that, yes, I can absolutely do this. So, I mean, in the mornings, I try to do like my miracle morning, meditate, go for a walk, journal, gratitude journal. So everything like that, it's definitely mindset. Mm-hmm. You cannot, I just feel like you can't really be successful if you can't step into who you really are supposed to be and grow.
Oh yeah. And that's the thing too. Sometimes like we're here when we start off on our entrepreneurial journey, especially if you're like in direct sales, something where you just have never done anything and you need to get here. And like, there's this girl that was messaging me. She's like, oh, she was asking me about spending money on a course. And she's like, oh, I would never spend that. I mean, it was not a lot of money. And it was actually about somebody else. It wasn't even my program. I go, actually, she's undercharging. I said, and this is why you have to be able to invest in yourself. Because for you to scrape up that money, and I put stuff on credit cards, I'm not condoning doing that, but I did when I first started because I knew I needed to learn the skill sets to grow. I needed someone in my corner. I needed somebody to teach me how to grow and develop. And I've made my money back tenfold for all the coaches I've hired and the programs that I've been immersed in. And I think that's a really good point that you said. By the way, for those that are listening, put link in the comments. We have a special promo code. It'll go right to Rhonda's website, Rhonda Madrid. I'm going to show you our name on here so people can see how to spell it. It's with an H, Rhonda Madrid Designs. Or can they just go to rhondamadrid.com?
Yes, it's rhondamadrid.com.
Okay. Cool. So how easy is that? But if you put link in the comments, it's going to take you, Messenger will send you a message with a link. The promo code is Gold Digger, and I'm pretty sure that's in Messenger. I think Anna set it up that way. It's one word, Gold Digger, and it'll give you, do they get 10% off?
10% off, and make sure it's all caps.
All caps, so all capital letters. And I think your price points are epic. So as you can see, that was what I just showed you was my last order plus these. So every time I go on there, it's kind of, I buy a lot of things, but it's, you can't not, like your shopping cart, you're just like, I have to have all of those things. I mean, there can't not. Also, a girl on my team did this, and I think this is really cool. Every time she gets a new customer, she sends her a pair of Rhonda Madrid earrings. So think about it. What does that do for that customer? They're like, you stand out, but that person's going to be sharing about you. They're going to be referring you. They're going to be talking you up. They might even look at the business side because they're like how good they feel from that interaction. Or if you have new team members, something cute like a pair of earrings, and it's kind of that girl boss. And I love the names of them too. It's specifically designed for people who are wanting to crush it and just own it and just be awesome and rock it. So put link in the comments. And her information is on there. So you mentioned earlier about building on Facebook. I know you build on Instagram too. So this is what perplexes me because I'm just so impressed by you because it's different with direct sales. Like we know what to do. We need to share, people sign up, whatever. This is totally different. Like you had to build it from the ground up. So when you ventured out into those platforms, how did you start to get the word out about what you were doing?
I definitely leveraged Facebook. I mean, Facebook is my jam. I know Instagram is like,
I love Facebook more too.
Yeah. I just do. I don't know why. Just probably because I'm used to it and I know it. But I just knew I was in direct sales prior, and I had learned a lot from direct sales on how to, be on social media. And I remember my husband and my daughter would be like, oh my gosh, you're, on Facebook all the time. And I was building, relationships with people and commenting on people's posts and you know, becoming friends with people and networking with people. Like, that's huge. Like, that's how I've grown. That's the big secret, people.
It is.
You know,
oh yeah.
grow genuine relationships and rapport with people and be human. And it just exploded from there. And yeah, it was definitely from the ground up. And I just kept at it, just being consistent and, you know, posting and putting yourself out there, but not being the buy me or, you know, the prices and all that kind of, you know, spammy stuff. It's more about the attraction marketing. So
no, it is. You've done a great job with that, which is really cool because those principles can apply to anything. And I think what's really neat is that you've utilized social marketers like us, you know, people who are on there and visible. And that's the thing, like, I'm genuinely love these earrings. So when I share that with you guys and I say, go use the Gold Digger code, like, I'm pumped to be able to share what you have because it's helped me so much, because I am not a jewelry person. I don't do fashion, but I know I do Facebook Lives. I take selfies for my stuff. Like, I want people to feel confident that they can just get a cute pair of earrings, put it with like a solid tee and jazz up their outfit, and or go out on a date with their husband and put some earrings on. Like, let's face it, moms, like, the only time I ever go to a store is like Old Navy to get jelly shoes. Like, that's where I rock it. You know, I'm like, okay, what do they have on sale? And that's it, just because I'm so busy. You know, moms just don't do that. And so I think that's really cool. But it's really smart of how you built through social media and through social marketing. And the thing that I remember is our relationship. I never said to you, like, hey, come do my programs. Hey, join my team. We were actually sideline sisters, weren't we? Is that how we found each other?
No, I don't know how I had stumbled across your group, and okay. I had reached out to you one day, and it was a day actually where I don't know what happened, but I felt like I needed to reach out to you and just tell you how amazing you were.
Thank you.
And I was like, you know, and I don't know, I was just drawn to you. And it's just so amazing because our relationship, even though we've never met, has helped me so much, and I'm so grateful, and I don't want to tear up, but I'm so grateful for you and everything that you don't even know that you do, and, you know, for me, and help me grow as a person, and your workshops, and just how you are, and how, I mean, you just, I don't know, you're a go-getter, that's for sure. Like, I feel like I'm a lazy piece of crap, you know, compared to like you. I'm like, oh my gosh, what is she doing now? How, you know, I mean, you just have so much energy, and you're just always doing something and bettering yourself. And I aspire to be like you. So thank you.
You're so sweet. You didn't have to say that. I'm not going
to mean it.
Don't say that, but you make me cry. But I appreciate you saying that. But one of the things that I've noticed is that we truly were getting to know each other and seeing how we could help each other.
Yes.
Develop this natural friendship where I never had an agenda and you never had an agenda, but we've mutually benefited each other. Like, how cool is that?
Exactly. And that's what, you know, I mean about like building genuine relationships with people, is that you don't have an agenda, because you can tell right away that someone has an agenda. And it's just, you know, such a turnoff, and we've just helped each other, and how can I help you? And that's just what networking, I think, is all about.
Oh yeah, I totally agree. And I love that. And I want to really highlight that because you've done a great job of building really powerful group of people out there marching, you know, for you and saying how much they love your earrings, because we're loyal to you and we just love what you do. So if you could go back or speak to the people watching who are just getting started, maybe they want to walk away from their job, or maybe they're staying home with the kids, or maybe they're just home and they're like, oh, wow, I really want to go for it. I have this idea, or just even really owning it, that they have a real business with direct sales. It's not a hobby. What would you say to them to encourage them, or something you wish you would have known when you started out?
Definitely about the whole mindset. You know, you've got to invest in yourself, even if it's, you know, personal development books, overcoming fears. There's so many fears that people have, and just get started. You know, don't feel like you have to know everything, or, you know, invest all this money, you know, into a business. I started off with $30 at the local craft store and just kept reinvesting money into my business. And you know, a joke to my assistant, but I had hair cutting scissors, and that's how I cut out my earrings for the longest time, because that was the only pair of sharp scissors in my house. So you use what you have, and you just, are resourceful, but definitely just take that leap of faith. It's worth it. And just believe in yourself and overcome your fears.
Nice. I love that. That's wonderful. Well, I'm putting your website on here. If you guys put link in the comments, a couple things happening in my world, and you can get linked up with her as well. I have a Pinterest workshop coming up. If you haven't done it yet, you need to do it. The algorithm changed January 1st. So I went from like 100,000 views per month or whatever, and now I'm in the 30,000. So I've been doing a lot of research on it. So I'm going to show you guys how to boost your visibility on Pinterest, but most importantly, how you can actually prospect on Pinterest. It's actually the #1 search engine or source of traffic for a lot of like entrepreneurs, online marketers, people who have products, programs on their site. And so you can actually use Pinterest to drive leads to your website, or you can drive them into ManyChat and have them opt in and become prospects, which is really powerful, especially because people aren't doing it. And I found a lot of people who've done the workshop say that's fun. I'm like, have some fun with your business, go be creative, create some boards, find a way to connect with people. So just put link in the comments and you'll get the Pinterest workshop registration and you'll have access for life. And then also, I think it's in ManyChat, but if not, preview. I'm doing a wait list right now. I think you can register actually. Click link to see. But I have a social media boot camp. It's called Rock Your Business on Social Media. This is the last time I'm doing the live one, and then it'll just become a course that people can access. So if you're like, Kimberly, I need you to kick my booty. I need organization. I need to know step by step. What do I do first on social media? What type of content do I post? How do I get leads? What do I say to people? How am I messaging them where I'm not cold messaging them? What do I do on Instagram? How can I build a personal brand? It's literally the whole shebang of everything I've done to build 100% on social media. And I have over 100,000 followers across the different platforms. So I'm going to teach you all of that in the social media bootcamp. So just click the link and you'll get the information on that, as well as let me show your website. Here's her website. Go to, it's not showing. Okay, well, we'll just talk about it. Oh, there it is. RhondaMadrid.com. And then type in Goal Digger, one word, capital letters, and you will get a discount on her lovely jewelry as well. So go check it out and follow her on Instagram and Facebook. So Rhonda, thank you so much for being on. I appreciate it.
Thank you. No, thank you. It was so much fun and just an honor. So thank you so much.
You're so welcome. All right, guys, have a great rest of the day. We'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.